telling you about.
Wow, I can totally imagine the dragon that you mentioned. How have I never been here before? So this is one of the most successful mines in the world in the 1920s and was produced about 90,000 tonnes of tin, copper, and it was called the flat lode because it lay at a 30-degree angle rather than a 70-degree angle, so it was considered comparatively flat. These are the remnants of the building and all part of a World Heritage Site, so untouchable and preserved. We're going to make it up. This is where the boggins live. So we're going this way. And there's about, with Bill pulling me along now as ever, he's back on his feet. There's about, 7, 9, many miles of trail around the Great Flat Lode, great for cycling too. But you can do lots of different little add-on bits to see different mining houses, bits of heritage. So all part of the UNESCO site. The Wheal Basset mines, which we just originally first saw, were owned by the Basset family in the early 1800s. It was originally a copper mine, and then with the introduction of steam power, we were able to dig deeper, and the water that gathered was able to be pumped out more efficiently, which allowed them to discover that there was tin even further down. So copper mines often were overtaken by tin mining, and so that's what the Wheal Basset mines ended up being mined for. See Carnarthon behind me. Carn means rock and Arthon there means Arthur, so Carnarthon is Arthur's rocks, maybe King Arthur because we claim him. Carn Bray is rock and hill, so rocky hill. Yeah, maybe we'll find a sword and stone at the top. Miners went all around the world from Cornwall with their expertise. And one of the places they went was, there was Australia, the US, but also Mexico. And that's what empanadas are, based on the Cornish pasty. So that's why empanadas look so much like pasties, because the Cornish miners took them there. Last summer when I took the ferry from Seattle up to Alaska, obviously you're there for days on end on this ferry just chatting to people, it's quite a small ferry. I ended up chatting to this older fella, an American man who had married a woman whose family were in Mexico, but way back her ancestors were from Cornwall, and they'd made the visit to Troon, which is the village we just passed, to visit her family's graves. And he also said that in Mexico, in the village where she's from, there's a graveyard on the top of a hill filled with gravestones of Cornish men's names, and you know, there's communities in Mexico that still carry lots of Cornish names because it was Cornish men and women who went out to Mexico to help teach different mining skills that they'd discovered here once mining fell away a bit in the, well, mining was declining here of tin and copper even from the mid-1800s, early 1800s in some areas, before they found the Great Flat Lode and things peaked again. But yeah, so out they went around the world, and they do say wherever you find a hole in the world, at the bottom of it you'll find a Cornish man. Trying to figure out where we are. Somewhere around here. Oh yeah, we're coming up to the side of Cornwall. Brilliant Robin, my amazing apprentice and chief researcher extraordinaire, has just told me, because I didn't know, that the mine over there, so hard to point in reverse, is Dulcoath, and it's the deepest mine in Cornwall at 3,300 feet. That's deep. Men went down there. Boys! Young, small boys that could fit down tight little tunnels went down there, and lots of them lost their lives. Robs, are you going to do some horse whispering? Oh yeah, because she's not supposed to do that. Ah, he is not tied on. He is not tied on. Come here, darling. I don't want to get too close with the dog, Robs. I don't mind grabbing him. Now you want to know what's happening. Like, what's going on?
Brian, can we just leave her?
Brian, did you get out? She is, it's a she, isn't she? She's going to follow us. So our hike has been interrupted by this beautiful horse that's not attached. So we don't want to, she keeps following us, and we don't want her to go out into the road. So we're staying with her. Maybe we'll have to walk back in the other direction. Stop in traffic with your beauty, aren't you, my love? Cornwall, then all the surrounding villages which should have all fed the mines, and then down there you can see our pony looking over the fence at the other ponies in the field. You can hear me in the breeze through those gateways, and up there is where it's believed the oldest Neolithic settlement was. It's where they found some of the oldest arrowheads in the UK, meaning that it's kind of a record of the first place of proof of conflict, although I'm sure arrowheads could equally have been used for hunting, for cutting hides and scoring them out to dry them off, but potentially the place of first conflict up here near Troon. Nearly pulled me over. You're going to see Cornwall Castle in a moment, and that was originally probably, I think, built by the Bassett family. Someone will correct me. I think it was the Bassets. They bought it off a different family. Anyway, built as a feasting and hunting lodge, and maybe has given the town, the little village of Luggan, its name, because Luggan means White Tower, and when it was originally built, one of the Cornwall Castle's turrets was, well, they were plastered in white and looked like white towers, so that might be why. Still a lodge for feasting. Different kind of food now, potentially.
It's not a simulation. I'm still dreaming, falling deeper within. This love is an ocean wide that never runs dry.